Hello, Leo. Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead, my fire family. How you doing? Thank you so much for clicking here. If you are brand new and you just tripped over this channel, I hope you'll stay. I hope you'll take a moment to hit that subscribe button if you want to stay, if I don't irritate you too much. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope that you will hit that bell button so you know when I'm uploading. Welcome to Fire Day. This generally is the day that I read for the fire signs, and if you are somebody who is always here, being in the comments, watching, subscribing, and hitting that thumbs up button, it does make a difference on how we're growing this Leo tribe. Thank you so much for doing that. So we are doing two hands, and it is a reading for the week ahead, Leo. We are doing two hands, so I'm going to use two different decks. We're going to do two different readings, and hopefully those two readings will be different from each other, but sometimes they do follow into each other. Take that as it resonates for you. So let's find out what's going on. Now, my readings are always for the week ahead, if you're not aware of that, and no matter if you find it today, tomorrow, or a year from now, it's always going to be for the week ahead. Let's find out what's going on for you, Leo, for the first hand. Let's find out what's going on for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo, please. We've got the Ten of Swords. Something is about to come to a painful ending here. There is a painful cycle, and I feel like it's almost, this is relief, I want to say. The Ten of Swords, of course, is the pain of something ending that you don't want to end, but it also feels like it's been painful, like there's been lies or worry, or you've been stuck in a cycle. And I feel like the Ten of Swords is telling me that you're about to be released from a cycle. So at least now you can start to heal. You don't have to live in that pain anymore. Tell me about the Ten of Swords for Leo. We have the Six of Wands in the reverse. We have the King of Cups in the reverse, and we do have the Eight of Cups. Just making sure nothing's in the reverse. Make sure the deck wasn't in the reverse. So the Six of Wands in the reverse. I feel as though it does feel as though there is something here that is. It's painful. It's a painful ending. I feel like with the Six of Wands in the reverse that there is somebody here who's no longer giving you their attention. It feels like there's no victory here. And it does feel like it is making you kind of overly emotional, that you're sort of out of sorts as it pertains to your emotional energy. But I also want to say that maybe it came to an end because you're not exactly emotionally available. The King of Cups, when the King of Cups is in the reverse, they're kind of subject to outbursts of emotion, and it's because we're emotionally dysregulated, I want to say. And I want to say that you were kind of, I don't know why it's coming to my mind like the apple of someone's eye, like maybe you felt like that someone was giving you a lot of attention, and I feel like that's no longer happening, that we're kind of parting ways, or it's become quiet, or you're not giving me any more attention. And you know, Leo loves attention, who doesn't, but Leo specifically. The King of Cups in the reverse, yeah, tells me that you can't regulate the emotions, that maybe, you know, in the silence of it, I want to say that in the silence as this is ending here, that it feels like it's making you cry. I want to say that you're trying not to feel the emotions. I feel like you're trying to disconnect emotionally from this situation, and I'm sorry that happened to you if I'm speaking to you, but it does feel like you are off to find something else. I want to say maybe you're off to find love, but it does feel like something came to an end here. And I think that you felt it though, because the Six of Wands is in the reverse. I think that you felt that slowly you weren't getting all the attention that you were getting, and that this thing was probably not going anywhere. Tell me why the Ten of Swords is here. Why did it end this way? Why did it end in this painful way? We have the King of Swords. Somebody was very honest. So either you were or they were. Somebody was very honest about going on to a new chapter. So I feel like somebody said to you, look, I'm not, I can't do this with you anymore. I feel like it's the King of Swords, right? The King of Swords is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, feminine or masculine. We do have two kings here, but please understand that, you know, all humans, plants, and animals, we all have feminine and masculine energy. So while the kings are masculine leaning or mostly masculine, they do have feminine energy as well. So we do have the King of Swords, right? Somebody was really honest and factual. They dealt with you in a very head over heart kind of way. It's like they didn't get emotional about it. They said, look, this is the end. We can't go on any further from here. And I'm taking a leap of faith here. It feels like somebody gave you a lot of really clarity. They gave you the straight goods. And I think it really hurt you, but you didn't show this person that you were hurting because the King of Cups is in the reverse. I think you hid your feelings from them. But I really do feel that maybe this person carried on, because with the King of Cups is the person who is not really showing their feelings on the surface, that maybe this person felt like you didn't have any feelings for them, that maybe you didn't give them enough attention, or they felt like you weren't giving them enough attention. Take it as it resonates for you. But it does feel like something here is over. And it feels like you are, the thing is I feel like the reason that it may have come to an end is because you may be disconnected from your feelings. Tell me more about this, please. And I think that it's in the silence of the Ten of Swords. That's where you cry. That's where you purge it, right? That's where you feel like you can kind of lose your crap and let your emotions out. But I feel like this person, they could have been an Aries or maybe a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. They don't have to be, maybe Leo like you. But it feels like here that you couldn't show your emotions to them. Yeah. Tell me more about this, please. I want to say that maybe it's you. It may be you that stopped giving them attention. Yeah, you were confused. It's like you didn't know what you wanted. I feel like you're the Emperor and you're carrying a lot. Maybe you couldn't fit them into your schedule. It became very overwhelming and emotional, and I feel like you have a hard time showing your emotions on the surface. But I want to say that the Emperor here tells me that you're a very busy person, that you probably, you're the person who runs the household, you have the mortgage, maybe a couple of jobs, maybe you run a couple of businesses, and you were trying to fit this person in, like fit them in, giving them time. And I feel like this person felt like you weren't giving them enough attention. And the Four of Swords tells me that now it's time to heal, like you're disconnecting, and now it's time to heal here. We do have the Empress. Yeah, I feel like that's it, right? That this person here is somebody who is everything to you. Like they were someone who doted on you and loved on you. And I feel like this person knows their worth. And so they may have walked away because of, it's like you didn't want the same things. That's all it was. The Five of Swords tells me there's fundamental differences here. You two weren't pointed in the same direction. Either you or the Empress wanted the Four of Wands. They wanted a relationship. They wanted stability from you. Or maybe it was you that wanted it from them. Take it as it resonates for you, my friend. But the Four of Wands is halfway to marriage. Like, are we going to get serious? Are we going to move in? What's going on? I feel like you and the Empress had fundamental differences. I feel like you either you weren't ready for the relationship or they weren't ready for the relationship. And so somebody here, I feel like it was the Empress who cut out, who said, you know what? I got to be honest with you. It's time for me to take a new path. I just want to be clear with you that I thought that this was a life contract, but I don't think that it is, and it's got to come to an end. So I feel like it was probably, it was a long-term relationship that the Empress wanted here, and they were standing their ground on it. I want all of it. I want the 10 of Pentacles. I want the 10 of Cups. And if you can't give it to me, then I got to be on my way. And I think you let them go. I think that you had too much to do. I don't think you let them go because you didn't have enough emotions or enough love, but I do feel that maybe you were lacking showing them emotions to their face. But I think that at the point where everything went down, like everything here, the Ten of Swords happened, I feel like when you're by yourself is when you were able to let the emotions go. And so I think that you just didn't know what you wanted. And I mean, some people just don't know what they want, and that's the truth of it, right? And so I feel like you're in regret, though. That's what it feels like here. That I feel like it really was the moment of alchemy for you to work on it. And I feel like for you, it felt like it was a heavy burden. That you felt like you just couldn't put one more thing on your plate. That there was just too much on your plate already. I feel like you're mastering something here, or maybe it was the workplace here that's keeping you really busy. And you know that it's a time to either, the moment of alchemy here is time for you to heal the self or work on you. And I feel like you have a lot of trauma or stuff that's in the past, possibly, that you've been carrying from relationship to relationship to relationship, or the reason you don't have relationships is because of the Ten of Wands. I feel you need to work on that, and that's what the Eight of Pentacles is. That it's going to take some self-mastery, or you looking at it really close and going over the details of why you rather choose to carry on the burdens instead of, you know, being with someone in some sort of a long-term relationship here. The Nine of Pentacles tells me that you've decided that you came to the decision after thinking on it a while that you wanted to be single. So I feel like it was your choice. That was your choice, that it was like you told this person, you know what, we can see each other, but I'm not interested in being, we have differences of what paths we think we're on. And I feel like the Empress wanted this, and I don't think you wanted that. I think that's all it is. Yeah, but there's a lot of love here. I feel like this person, I feel like you're going to end up single and happy, and maybe the other person is too, but I don't know that you want to be single and happy. I feel like you really had a lot of love for this person, but it's like it's the plight of the Emperor, right? It's like I don't have time for anything else. I must keep my eye on everything, all of the kingdoms, all of the business. Maybe you're a single parent. Maybe you're someone who's, the mortgage, the house, the the businesses, the children. Maybe you're someone who's doing all of that, and you just couldn't fit this person in. So we do have the Hanged Man, Piscean energy. We do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. There's lots of Pentacle energy here. We have the Empress, who is Taurus and Libra. We do have the Emperor, who is Aries. And the thing is that I feel like you two are on the same vibration. I feel like you match. We have the Emperor and the Empress here. I feel like, the Empress is busy, you're busy. And I feel like it just, like, the two shouldn't meet. Like, it feels like there was just no time because both of you are very busy in your lives. We have Virgo energy. Aquarian energy, we have Aries, we also have Libra and Gemini, and then we have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and Leo energy. All right. Leo, let's do one more hand. Tell me what else is up for Leo, please, in the week ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo. What else does Leo need to know, please? Tell me about Leo in the week ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo. Something's flipped. We've got the Eight of Wands. We've got some movement here. Movement, possibly communication. Let's find out what that's about. But things are starting to speed up or move quicker. Maybe your life is just really busy. We do have the Eight of Swords. So we go from the Eight of Wands to the Eight of Swords. Somebody is trying to make some sort of a decision here. And it is about romance. Yeah, it feels like it's connecting to the last reading. I feel like you've put yourself in this place of the Eight of Swords. It feels like you feel like you can't move, that your hands are tied. There was nothing you could do. And we do have, you really didn't see the situation for what it was, though. I want to say you broke your own heart. That's what it feels like. You broke your own heart because you weren't able to be vulnerable. I feel like you wanted to navigate this really carefully. But I feel like this is what I feel like you think. You think that, that romance is just always going to break my heart. I feel like that's sort of where you are in the Eight of Swords. It feels like you felt like you were in some sort of a mental jail, that you couldn't show your emotions, that you couldn't show this person. You couldn't show this person how you felt. I feel like you probably will communicate with them again. Tell me more about the Eight of Wands, please. We have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you will check in with this person periodically. I feel like you don't think it's over. I feel that with the Seven of Wands in the reverse, you're going to check in with this person and see if they've lowered their boundaries a little bit, see if they're a little bit more flexible than they used to be. You see if this person is willing to put any work into this. I feel like the Page of Pentacles tells me that you don't think that this is over, that you think that there's always going to be the door open. I feel like you two are soulmates is what I want to say. And I want to say that that the Queen, the Empress and the Emperor in the last hand tell me that you two are in the same vibration. You keep thinking about each other. You two are sort of pointed in the same direction, but I think you have fundamental differences. So we have the Page of Pentacles, and I feel like it feels like you are going to, well, maybe you're just going to communicate with people who are a little more flexible about their emotional energy. And I feel like the Empress is the one who knows their worth. And so they're not a person who's ever going to get themselves into a friends with benefits situation. And I feel that you're not ready to settle down. And I'm not saying that you're into friends with benefits, but I feel like, and I mean, if you are, you are. I don't really care. And if you're offended by that, I'm not going to say sorry. I mean, if it's not yours, don't take it. It's a general reading. I'm reading for thousands of people, right? So I feel like that's really all you had time for, I'm going to say. So maybe you're finding people, communicating with people who are going to be a little bit more flexible with their time, people who are going to maybe put in a little effort into the whatever it is that you're offering them here. And I feel like you're open to sort of the romantic aspect of it, but I don't think you're interested in getting into any sort of a solid relationship, right? We have the Three of Cups. So I think that you are meeting people in social places. I feel like you don't mind, flirting a little bit, having a little bit of emotional fun here. Sort of in this passive energy, that's what it feels like here. But this sort of gets boring after a while, right? This is sort of redundant energy after a while. Like the Three of Cups is a place of celebration, but I feel like this is the place where you've decided you're going to go and meet people who are a little more flexible than the Empress was. That's what it feels like here. And the Three of Cups tells me that you're going to do it in places of celebration. So maybe parties, maybe the bar, social places here. And I feel like you are looking for some sort of a romantic connection. We do have the Strength card and the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like that maybe feels like, yeah, it's like you don't have the courage to be friends first. Because if you're friends first, if you don't jump right into the emotional or the passionate part, it feels like you don't really want to create stability here. You don't really want to create any sort of stable energy. You don't want this person on your team. It feels like you're holding back on that. That's why I'm saying with the Strength card here, it feels like you're holding back or trying to find the courage to maybe get somebody on your team, maybe start a friendship, move at it slowly, cultivate something. But I don't think that's what you're into. I think you're into the Three of Cups, and it's getting a little boring. And I feel like what you're looking for is someone who might want to, be a friend with benefits. I'm just saying. The Strength card is kind of sexual energy, and the Three of Cups is the friend, or the Three of Pentacles is the friends. Tell me about the Three of Swords. I really do think that your heart is a little broken, though, I want to say. Queen of Wands, King of Wands. See, the thing is this. You're looking for somebody else who's a little more flexible with their schedule, flexible about when and how they'll see you. But I think that in your mind here is that you know who your soulmate is. You already have a soulmate, right? We saw the Empress and the Emperor in the last hand. And the Queen of Wands is in the Empress energy. And the King of Wands is in the Emperor energy. So I feel like there is some sort of really huge, deep, fiery connection between you and the Queen of Wands. Or maybe you are the Queen of Wands, and maybe I'm talking about the King of Wands to you. And I feel like no matter what happens here, you're always going to look back at the Queen. You're always going to look back no matter what happens. No matter what comes, you're always going to look back at the Queen. And so that's why I feel like that's why I feel like you're in this energy of, fun, frolic, let's do it, let's have some fun. But holding back from making anything very stable, because this person, I think, is the love of your life. That's what it feels like. I feel like the Empress is the love of your life, or the Emperor is the love of your life. Take it as it resonates. And I feel like no matter what comes, there's just nothing that is going to change that. We do have the High Priestess, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Devil. I feel like you're staying single, and I feel like you're staying silent. Like you're staying silent. And when I say silent, I think with the High Priestess here, I feel like you're very, and I've always said this about Leo, that I feel like you're very, very, someone is very psychic, or you have a lot of psychic energy, or you're highly intuitive, or you listen to your intuition. But I think what you're doing is you're going out there single, and you're, doing this. That's what it feels like here. You're going out there single and silent. You're not sharing your pentacle world with anybody. Like it feels like you're you're meeting people. You're not sharing anything with them. You're not really making friends. You're going out there and finding what you need for the time that you need it. And the devil energy is here. So it feels like it's something that you're doing obsessively that is hurting you spiritually, probably professionally, maybe physically. And it feels like the confidence is that I get what I want because I'm the king. That's the confidence. I know. I have a knowing that I can get what I want, but I'm not going to share any of my pentacle stuff with anybody. So it feels like somebody's just a little bit disconnected here. I don't know who it is, the king or the queen, but we do have the 10 of wands, we have the 6 of pentacles, and the 5 of wands. I think that you can't stand the fact that the queen probably has other options or the king has other options, that there's competition, that you always feel like you're in competition. The 6 of Pentacles tells me that I feel like somebody here was very charitable with you, but it created burdens for you because you're not used to people giving you charity or doting on you or giving you whatever you want or giving you a lot of reciprocity. It almost feels like somebody here can't feel their feelings. That's what it feels like, unfortunately. Somebody here can't feel their feelings. It's all in the moon energy. It's all here in the moon energy. You want to be happy. You want the wish fulfillment. But I feel right now you're single and happy. I want to say that you're doing what you need to do for your life here. And yeah, I think you're always going to be sad. I think the Emperor is always going to have some sort of regret and sadness that he didn't take the wish fulfillment when it was standing, looking him in the face. Yeah. We do have the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you're embarking on a new path, my friend, possibly looking for, maybe you're going to work on looking for some sort of a soulmate in the future, likely, but it looks like you're not ready to settle down. Like I said before, no stability. You're looking for a lover, like somebody who can be your constant person, but not someone that you want to get into a relationship with. And I think it's because you're carrying a lot of burdens from the past. We do have the 9 of Wands. You're the wounded warrior. You're carrying a lot of trauma from the past, and it's interrupting whatever you really, really want going into the future. I feel like you have it all. You're the Emperor, and I feel like your life is stable and sturdy, and your pentacles are good. But I feel like you're unable to show your feelings on the surface. King of Swords, King of Cups. I feel like you're unable to show your feelings on the surface, and so you are the Knight of Wands. You are the person who is incredibly good looking and very charismatic. You get what you want when you want it. People don't usually say no to you, but I think the Empress said no. So I think that's the person that you're always going to be thinking about, regardless of what goes on in your life. I'm going to leave it right there. Leo, thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm out for now. Take care. I'm gone. Bye-bye.